Those little extra fees, they're popping up everywhere. Which ones are you sick of? Let's vent our frustrations together on the Brew.
Man, Joel, those little fees, they're just all over the place. I know you and I have talked about this before, but what's the one little fee that just really ticks you off?
Anything that's unnecessary. So I use rideshare a lot, right? Joe and I both use rideshare, so Joe can relate to this. I'm sure he's going to add on to it when I'm done talking. But they'll add a transportation recovery fee or a pandemic recovery fee, and we're like, yeah, it's July 2023. So you should have got rid of that 2 years ago. The Johnstown flood tax. Joe will be able to reference that. But anything that's unnecessary. We understand that when there's times where you have to add something more, fine, but you don't leave it on forever. Part of companies taking advantage of people is just leaving it on forever.
Wow, you learned something from doing this show over the years. The Johnstown flood tax. You remember that? I'm impressed.
I mean, it's not that complicated. But yes, sure, why not? I'll take it, I guess.
But for those that don't know that, there was a flood in 1977 in Johnstown, Pennsylvania that everybody in the state got a tax on to help recover the town. It's still on the books today. They're still paying that from 1977. This is 2023 now. That tax has never gone away. So yeah, you still pay that in Pennsylvania. And that's not look, all fees drive me nuts. In fact, no matter where you go now, there's a fee for this, fee for that, fee for here. But the biggest thing I'm going to say is a purchase fee or a convenience fee. The fee for using your credit card in a restaurant. I'm trying to pay you money, but wait, you're going to charge me more money because I want to use my credit card. Or when you try to use an ATM and there's a service charge on there. Or a convenience fee when I want to pay a bill online. All that is an egregious money grab by companies to get more of your money with a BS fee that if they did the right thing business-wise, they would actually, oh, okay, you know what, maybe you don't need to pay that because the guy's trying to pay his bill on time, do the right thing. Nah, $2 service charge fee. Oh, okay, you want to buy, and then you want to buy concert tickets online. Okay, here's a booking fee for living in the state of New Jersey. There's a fee for booking fee, a convenience fee, another fee. By the time you're done, you don't even know what anything costs anymore by the time you're done with all these fees. I just wish we put the base price on everything, all the fees included like they do overseas, so I know what the cost is of everything up front because these fees are out of control no matter where you go.
Two really, well, I agree with almost everything you said. The two really good points you made. Overseas makes fun of us for that shit, and they should because they don't have it. You just show up, you get your product, and you walk out. And that's it. It's easy. That's convenience. We are getting made up shit. That's all. We're just getting everything that you just named is just made up. It really is. We can see what the profits are. We can see what things cost. There's always a way to look into money. And we're just dealing with so much shit that's just completely made up right now.
A lot of people are really getting upset with Las Vegas there, and I'm going to use you as an example, but there's so many fees. Well, last time I was in town, there was a fee in this one restaurant for the simple fact because you sat down at a table in their restaurant. It was a venue fee, then they had a COVID recovery fee for employees. So by the time you put all those fees on, you were already your bill was padded by $10, and I haven't even ordered a damn thing yet. That's not okay either. So, and people are really getting upset about value not being valued anymore.
That's okay. Here's another really obvious example. So any business that makes more than $1.7 million already got a huge tax break on that. So that's completely it's just dirty. That's just dirty. That's all that is. There's nothing else. There's no other better way to describe it.
Yeah, I mean, the 9/11 government surcharge, on flights, or, the HDTV fee on cable companies. It's just, what? These are normal things now. Let's not, just charge me the price. Raise the package by $2 or $3 instead of putting another line on there. It's just easier that way. But consumers really getting fed up. In fact, there was a recent survey. 61% of people now are living paycheck to paycheck, but yet these rich CEOs are making more and more bank with more and more fees off the back of everyday people. And they wonder why people are getting upset and losing their mind because everybody's just really kind of had enough of it.
Yeah, the wealth inequality is getting really out of control. We're seeing like Joe just said, we're seeing a 60-year high economy, and yet they're still making most people live paycheck to paycheck. If you believe in that trickle-down shit, bro, you're not paying attention to the fees that the rest of us are working for and then paying.
That was a lending research report, by the way, I saw in the news here right before we went live. Actually, this is pretty new. But yeah, it's look, we can complain about this all we want, but as long as these companies are continue to make bank and it pads their bottom line, these fees are not going to go away. Or President Biden promised to get rid of all these junk fees, the resort fees at hotels, for example. Oh, I don't even use those amenities, and you're charging me $20 a day, $40 a day in some of those casinos, and your Wi-Fi absolutely sucks. Like, until people stop going, these fees aren't going to go away. But it's working for the bottom line for these companies, so we're kind of stuck with them. Where is President Biden, though? He's supposed to get rid of all these fees. I'm still waiting.
Yeah, I can't do it with an executive order. And there's a whole system of checks and balances where there's a whole party blocking him from doing that. So maybe, that's part of directed anger is one thing. He's also a capitalist, so there's kind of two sides of that. So, but in this particular instance, there's someone blocking him about what you just bitched about.
Yeah, that's definitely our lawmakers need to step up and get involved in this thing. But man, they're not, because it's making money. But hey, our viewers though, you guys have a lot venture frustration now, like I did. What's a BS fee that you've really had enough of? Let's find out. Because Rock for Guitar says Airbnb and Verbo, they fee you to death. They used to be reasonable, now they rip you off with fees. Mike F3025, restaurants who add a credit card fee to their bill. One place we used to like a lot just rounded up one dinner from $287, which is what I signed, to $290 on what they sent to the credit card people. We stopped going there. And James says service fees on Grubhub and Seamless. With service fees and taxes, I'd rather go pick up the order myself. I started doing that too. I kind of agree with him. When I saw you wanted to bounce in there on something.
I did on the Airbnb thing because I noticed it because I use Airbnb sometimes. Joe's not a fan of Airbnb. I will actually look at Airbnb prices, compare them with a hotel, and sometimes I'll go with one or the other. But what you just said about their fees are really getting out of control. It's almost like they're selling themselves as like the apartment versus a home thing, and then like, oh, it's the affordable option. Well, if you're adding all this shit onto it, then it's not the affordable option.
Yeah, that's why I stopped. I used it one time, and all of a sudden there's like $200 in cleaning fees and this other miscellaneous fee on there. And
then you'll get in the comments, and it'll say must clean everything. And it's like, well, what am I paying the $200 for? Pick one, because I'll do either one, but you need to pick one and tell me ahead of time before I sign something.
Again, put it in the base price up front. Total package cost X right
there.
Tipping, that's different. That's a whole different thing, but put the price in there so people can plan, and you actually can plan a vacation with your family. So yeah, I kind of bailed out on this. At least hotel rooms, well, unless you trash the place, they don't really charge you a cleaning fee. But damn it, then again, a lot of places, they're like, you got the resort fee, so you can't win, man. You just can't win.
And that resort fee is more than a cost for what them to even pay someone to clean the room anyway.
More of your comments though right now, because Heather says the convenience fee they put on buying tickets online. Oh, I hit on that one already. Mike says, in addition to the credit card charge, a restaurant once added a small disposables fee and to a carryout order. Oh man, that's okay. That's the other thing too now. If you want like utensils, we're gonna charge you $1 more, or just for, we're gonna add this little fee on here because now you want ketchup packets, which are now banning in New York as of tomorrow. You have to ask for them now. So please, not something else they're gonna put a fee on.
That's something you need to give someone a credit for. Whoever went out and actually banned that, you need to give them credit for that, because that should have never been a thing. But it's an example of what you said earlier. You got all these extra shit that like they just, and what I said earlier, where they just make it up. That shit's made up. That's always been a part of the cost. It's always been a part of the price. Now you're just taking it out of the people who can't pay for it.
I mean, a couple little other fees on that line here in New Jersey, for example. You get down to Atlantic City and you book any hotel room in Atlantic City, there is a tax and a fee because you're in Atlantic City. Atlantic County slaps its fee on, boom, right there. New Jersey here, so you take a flight or an Uber at a Newark airport, the city of Newark slaps on a fee because you stepped foot in the city of Newark, which is where I'm sitting right now. But it doesn't matter where you're going, you're paying a fee to this city. They added that on too as a way to pad their budget. So our politicians are just part of this too. Let's make more money off of people. That's all right.
Or it's not so much about, it is part of them, but it is also like, why don't you hold these people accountable? These are the people that are being really egregious about it. Yeah. So you have to have, we pay you to work for us. I want results out of it. I want you to hold them accountable. It's not so much that we don't want these businesses to succeed. It's that we want fair prices on everything. And we'll still show up. There's a lot of products that most people like, or most people will go online and, oh my God, I can't believe this and this and this. Well, you're a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Taco Bell, but they still raise their prices. They're still not going to give you a fair deal, and they're not going to pay their workers. they're taking it completely out and making it be the middle class versus the working class, rather than, oh shit, these guys are robbing us all.
And you wonder why people are upset and don't want to do anything. Like they really...
Right, and you wonder why so many attitudes have changed in the last couple of years, and why so many people are so upset, exactly like you just said. So many people are so upset about prices and everything, because it's just made up shit.
Well, here comes a few more, because Aaron says the fee the government takes out of my paycheck drives me nuts. Oh, I guess we gotta say, it all starts at the top. There you go.
It does start. There's some things you need. There's some things that everyone needs. Roads. I mean, no one's going to go, oh, shit, I guess they could get rid of roads if they got rid of those taxes. I mean, there's some stuff there's a little bit of both sides to this part.
That is correct. We're not complaining because there are some necessary fees, right? You got to pay for your schools. There definitely needs to be school tax, things like that.
Military. You pay for the police. You pay for the fire department. You pay for public services.
Yeah.
That's something that everyone agrees on, or almost everyone agrees on, especially when you live in a community. So there's some part of that where you need, but then there's also part where someone's looking the other way. Someone in power is looking the other way and is kind of going, yeah, just add some more on there too. And that's what we can't have. That's why we're dealing with it.
Yeah, you're right. And we're running a little long this episode, so let's get to our final comment right now, because Warlock Weirdo says, spotting these little fees in my bill is like the bank's version of Where's Waldo? Except Waldo is robbing me, I'm definitely not in the mood for games. That is true, because some of these fees, they don't even just close till you get to the very, very end, like those resort fees and hotels. Like, I'll get an offer, $29 a night at X property, but when you get to the end and you go to click pay, by the way, at the property, you'll be charged a $69 fee per night. So sure, right now I've paid, say, $99 for 3 nights up front, but then you get that secondary bill on your way out, where all of a sudden now I owe them $300 more, $400 more, but that's the kind of little hidden fees, and they make it sound so good for you at the end when it actually really is a bum deal.
Yep, and that's the whole name of the game. And you can't do it the other way around. That's what sucks about it.
Yeah, very, very true. But hey, you want lots more fun, and it's fee-free. Click on the like, subscribe button for all the fun here on the Big Jersey Joe 50 YouTube channel. 4 big shows, lots more fun waiting for you every week. And we love the bar talk here when you sound off like on this one, and this is a good one. We got everybody's fired up, I'm fired up, you're fired up. That's pretty much what's going on in society right now. Everybody's just ticked off and broke.
Yeah, and the thing is, it makes everybody angrier at each other when there's a whole obvious enemy in this whole thing.
That's right. That's why
you guys get it yet?
Yeah, that's why you just sit back here with a little cocktail and chat with us online, because hey, at least as far as I know, we're surcharge free at the moment. As soon as I said that though, now somehow I'll be getting a bill in the mail for something.
The Jersey Joe over 50 words per sentence fee now.
Yeah, that's right. All right, well, hey, thanks a lot for all your great comments, Jersey Joe, and I'm saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time, I hope.
From untoasted toast to someone's lost underwear on the subway, Kicking Back with Jersey Joe has more funny sights you will only see in New York. Streaming now.